this man who was a very good bagpipe player, and he had great finesse and he could really move hearts when he played his bagpipes. One day the local minister asked him, would you, I've got a homeless man who's died and I want to bury him, would you come out to the cemetery and play the bagpipes as we lay him down? So it was a difficult type of cemetery to find because it was out in the countryside, but the man thought he could find it. However, on his journey out he took a couple of wrong turns and he didn't get to the graveside in time. He was an hour late, and the minister had gone and the mourners had gone, but there were a couple of men there just around a sort of a hole in the ground, and he thought, oh, they must be the grave diggers. So he went over and looked down, and he saw this sort of grey rectangular casket thing lying there, and he felt very moved that he'd missed the interment. So he started to play the bagpipes. He thought he'd play some spiritual, uplifting music, and he played with great gusto and great strength and great sort of feeling. And the men, a couple of the men came around and stood there, and it went on until he hit Amazing Grace, and he did that beautifully. And the men, some of the men had a tear in their eyes. So after he played for quite a while, he then stopped and decided to put his bagpipes in the back of the car. While he was doing that, he heard the one man talk to the other. He said, I've never had an experience like that. And he said, in my work, for 28 years, I've been putting down septic tanks. I can assure you that's nothing to do with the gospel. The gospel's about moving upwards. It's about God saying, no matter what, it's a promise, and it's a statement that no matter what burdens of life we carry, with Christ in our hearts and with his hope, with his strength, we'll rise above them. And the greatest burden people will have to face is death. But it's just telling us that we move beyond this world in which you and I live to a world with him. And he's gone there now. He's done his job on this earth, and he's suffered, and he's raised people, and he's encouraged us, and he's done all the things that he had to do. But now he's with the Father in heaven. But he's with us always in our heart and in our spirit, because he's made us one with him through the great gift of baptism, and we've got the great gift of faith, so look beyond the normal things, and we know that he's with us, and he's there to walk the journey of life with us. And he's only telling us to go and try and spread that good news by who we are, by how we live. He's not telling us to go out and pick up snakes and try and cure people. He's telling us just to be true to yourself. The way you can, as the Pope's saying always, it's not so much staying in your house and praying. It's not about always being in the church. It's about how you encounter the people in your life. The husband and wives, the children, the grandchildren, the people who are working, wherever you work, how you treat others. And that's the message of Christ. It's that, and you, because of who you are, because you can listen to people, because you can comfort people, because grandparents can look after their children's, the sons and daughters' families, and how friends can meet, and neighbours can encourage, and people who aren't married just by who they are, the way they form friendships and how loyal they are. That's spreading the gospel. And that's what Jesus is saying, and the Pope is saying that himself. He said, when you come to spread the gospel, it's about who you are. And you heard in the reading, we're all different. We've all got certain talents, with certain gifts, we've got certain dispositions that are there to improve life for others around us. And said apostles and preachers, but we're not doing that. We're just living ordinary lives. And I find it amazing how many grandparents are helping, taking the children for an afternoon or of time just to relieve their sons and daughters who are finding it hard. The people that I know just need a welcoming ear, just to tell you how tough life is for them or the sickness they've got. And then the people who just need a comfort, something you can do for them. And that's as simple as that. But it's always Christ is prompting us to do that, and he's using us as an instrument, each one of us with the particular talents we've got. There's not one person in this church that doesn't know what it is to carry a burden or to suffer. And that we say, and you cry out, but God doesn't seem to answer you. And that's the whole mystery of it. But we just have to put our trust in him and know that he never abandons us and he's there for us. And that marks us out because we have been baptized, we have got faith. It might be as strong as we'd like, but we have it. And faith is just carrying on. It's raising up, not going down. It's always an upward journey, as you demonstrated today in this cold day. Coming here because in our own way we need this touch with Christ. We need to be reassured and reaffirmed by each other. We need to partake in the Eucharist. We need to offer ourselves. As Christ said, this is my body. This is the cup of my blood. That's your life. It's one constant struggle. Well, I find it so anyhow, in keeping your head up and going forward and not ever falling down. Just know that Christ is there with you, walking every step of the journey. So that to me what Ascension means is upward movement. Not standing up looking in the sky, oh God, why is this happening to me? It's getting on with your life. Getting to your friends to help you. Going to the right doctors. Helping you in your needs. And finding comfort in each other. That's the Ascension.